What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hot Tag Report. Y'all, we back on our regular scheduled programming. Everybody back where they supposed to be at. It's your girl T. I'm here with the bestie Tony
Hi.
and the reigning, defending champion, big
The
sexy,
reigning,
whatever. Anyways,
reigning,
cut it. Moving on.
undisputed champion, Big Sexy,
Moving on.
back. Holla at your boy. What up, everybody?
Moving on. Here we go.
Hater.
We're
Not
gonna
for
get into
long.
our we're gonna get into our usual, going
You's
over
a
Raw.
hater.
I don't have to hate, honey. It's cool. We're gonna get on our usual recap of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. We also still got a bunch of stuff coming up on WrestleMania weekend, so we're just gonna jump right into
They
it.
keep adding stuff.
Yeah, because now they're talking about a roast of
Oh
WrestleMania
yeah, that's supposed to
after
happen after,
after
and
Mania.
then they usually do Wale Mania like their own separate event that Wale hosts. I think Netflix is actually broadcasting it this year.
So it's just a lot, and
They're doing way too much.
like we said last week, we gonna listen. We
They
are
ain't
only
doing
three
the
people.
roof.
We are only three people, but we're gonna try to hit everything. We're gonna try our best to hit everything, and you gotta remember we gotta edit everything after we do it. So just bear with us, and we'll get it all out to you.
Be
But
patient
that too,
is what she's saying.
If y'all
please.
start coming in the comments screaming about what's taking us so long, don't help me, Hannah. I'm gonna find you, and it's not
Who
gonna
is
be
Hannah?
pretty. Big Sexy's coming after you. If y'all
Oh
start
my god.
being, if y'all start being difficult with us.
Anyways, we gonna pop it off with Raw for the what's this? The third week in a row. Third week in a row, we starting off with Cena. Cena, do you
Can
not
I
have
ask a
nothing else to do?
question before we get started on that? Why
Sure.
is Cena and Cody on Raw doing this? Why not SmackDown? Isn't he supposed to be exclusive to SmackDown? Cody, since he's
Nobody's
the
exclusive
champion.
anywhere. Everybody's been moving back and forth. It's
Yeah,
not
but
moving
is
parts.
it the heavyweight championship for Raw? Because that's the only time they ever talk about it. That's the only time they ever do it is on Raw. He doesn't really come on SmackDown. So why the fuck are they on Raw all the time?
I think because Netflix one has a bigger audience right now, and then two, it could be a scheduling thing with Cena that he can only hit on Mondays.
Man, fuck it.
So
That's good. All right.
And plus, they also have that big Roman and Seth and CM Punk storyline going on SmackDown. So I feel like they're splitting these two up so it doesn't seem like too much on each show.
Yeah, we'll get into that on SmackDown because I have a lot of opinions about that. We'll get on that later. But go ahead.
then we get Cena coming out here, obviously getting oh you suck Cena, all that's going on. Cody's music hit. I'm gonna join you in the ring. We're gonna cut the bullshit this week. We're gonna be right here in front of each other. Uh Cody was basically giving him ammo about, what you can make fun of me about, because I was Stardust and all that shit, whatever. Cody wants to know why Cena turned his back on the fans after all these years. Um, basically, Cena don't give a fuck. I'm finna bury all this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get over with. He want to be done with everybody. Um, I think they did have some great lines going back and forth. My favorite of the lines that was said was uh your promo, you have more dick in your jorts than you do in the promo you just cut. And I'm like,
Yes.
Cody Jerome Rose
That was
to
on
the front.
Netflix. Netflix.
Cody, what is you on?
Johnston, I know you ain't gonna let Cody say you got a little dick.
Uh,
My favorite
I do.
one was when he was talking about how he buried the Cena when he said that shit. I was like, God damn.
But even though I don't ain't fucking with Cena, I do like his shirt he had on last week. I do like that.
Mister, I ain't coming out with no more new stuff since y'all
You
don't
don't have
like
a
me, but you got
you
a
don't
new
have
shirt every
this.
week.
Every week you got a new shirt on. You got them people in production busting their fucking ass to keep up with your
Look, I know
stupid
I
ass
told these
shit.
fans you weren't getting a shirt, but
This is the first week where I did not like Cody's suit.
I love Cody's suit this
I
week.
didn't. It was
It,
giving.
it looked like a
It
zoot
was
suit.
giving back.
Like
It was giving Batman villain.
it was giving like the
Yes.
20s. I feel
It
like
was
we
giving
fell into
Batman
like the
villain.
20s in like the zoot suit nights or something.
But I did. But we finally. I was wrong last week. I said that they wasn't gonna touch each other. But Cody said, and we ain't doing all that shit. Cena went out of the ring, came back like he was finna hit Cody. Cody said, "Bitch, no." Hit his ass with a crossroad, left his old ass laying out in that fucking ring. But he said, "I may be all these things, but the fans is never chanting it to me. You can't wrestle." That's that struck a nerve.
Damn.
And
That
the
struck
rest
a
of
Damn.
nerve.
John's hair fell out soon as he said that.
Cena was hot off of that one. I was like, okay, you did not have to do him like that.
Now watch he come to WrestleMania with a whole new ring set.
He gonna come to the ring. He gonna have Bosley's for men when he come back. He gonna say, "Who's bald? Not me, bitch. You still bald." Um. After that, quick the thing we had New Day. Still wanted to be number one contenders or they want their title shot and all this shit. Adam came out here and basically was like, you know what, y'all got a match, here you go. And he introduced New Catch Republic, which is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I don't like
Hey.
the mustache. I don't like mustaches without other
It
facial
fits
hair.
Tyler. See, he need to wear one of them mustache, not Dom.
That shit give me the
Dom need to take that
heebie-jeebies.
chia
I
pet
don't
off
know.
his lip.
Ah,
I think it was a good match. Even though I think they should have gave this win to New Catch Republic. It was nice. I mean, I feel like New Day ain't lost since they turned heel. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they did get a big, not New Day, but New Catch Republic did get a big pop from the crowd, so that was nice.
Yes.
Um, at one point, fucking Tyler Bate went for a high five, and Pete Dunne was like, "Bitch, do I look like I do high fives? What the fuck are you
Like
doing?"
it's things have changed since you left.
I'm a little I'm a little crazy, but I'm coming
Just
with
don't call
that.
me Butch.
Next up, oh brother, right? This guy really stinks. Yeah, Jimmy versus Gunther. I think
they
Jimmy
vote
did
off
good.
Jimmy.
I think Jimmy had a good match. Was doing good. In the end, Jimmy ended up losing. It's the aftermath of the match that pissed me the fuck off. Like I was
Why you beat
heated.
that man up
And
like that?
why? Why was you doing all that shit, bro?
You beat him like you
You
stole
doing a bit
something.
much. And it's just to me, it's just too much. It's too much. Started beating the fuck out of Jimmy, real bad. Um, Jay came out to help. Jay started getting beat up. I guess the referees had this on their person. I want to understand. I mean, not referees. Security guards had this on their person. I don't know what the fuck they got going on at WWE that you're gonna need fucking zip ties for. That was already set, mind you. I want to know what the fuck your freaky ass got going on in the back that you need the zip ties already set up like handcuffs. What? Okay.
For unruly fans.
He handcuffed Jay to that fucking rope and basically made Jay watch his brother get beat the fuck up.
Which was
And
awesome.
to me, it was a bit no, it was a bit much. It was too much actually, and I'm just like, I was livid watching this because yes, Gunther is a heel, but like, bitch, come the fuck on. You've been sneaking people each week. You've been doing all this weird ass shit, and then now you doing this shit. Okay, but I don't think Jay gonna take this line down. Jay attempted to get to his brother. I mean, Jimmy wasn't trying to be a part of his own rescue. He wasn't trying to save himself. Like you could have brought
Yeah,
yourself
because he
closer to
kept
your
running
brother.
into the assault.
Like, bro, you could have stayed out of the ring. Yeah, you keep getting your big headed ass back in the ring. You and your wife got something in common. Stupidity. I don't understand what the fuck you got going on. Anyways, that was sad watching Jimmy get beat up in front. I know Jay was that's my brother, that shit hurt. But I think it's gonna be hopefully I don't know. Hopefully we get something bigger out of this. Jay, like I said, Jay don't need to go back to Bloodline Jay. He needs to go back to Uso Penitentiary Jay. Because Uso Penitentiary J wouldn't have let this shit slide. That's what he need to go. Um, I don't know. Gunther just pissed me off. Next up, we had a tag team match, which was fucking weird, between Penta, Braun Breaker versus Finn and Dominic. Why would you put me in a match with a motherfucker I just tried to beat last week? But okay. I guess because we both got jumped, but whatever. The match was good. As always, Carlito's here. Rewind. We're in the back. Carlito's still obsessed with Raquel. Raquel, if you don't give my boy some play, what the fuck? Carlito is the only person in Judgment Day that I do like. Because he ain't in a shit. He just here to be here.
He
He's
here
sitting here,
because
Dave.
Raquel here. He trying to get his baby and skedaddle.
He's looking at, he ain't even paying attention that fucking Dom and what's his name? Dom and Finn done walked off. He's sitting here making googly eyes at Raquel. And Raquel said, go with him. Like, go help him. And he's like, oh, okay, let me go. Like, no. But he said, baby, I'm trying to be here with you. And so Raquel and Liv talking about, what are we going to do about Lyra and Bailey? Girl, shut the fuck up. I want you to defend them titles because you ain't defended them since you got them, bitch. How about we do that? Focus on that shit.
I also need somebody to call Liv out on her shit while she trying to plant these seeds. I'm all for a breakup for the Judgment Day. But Liv, what you doing?
Right. So in that match, Finn and Dom were able to pick up the win. Why? I don't understand. I was a little pissed off. This is the first time that Penta has been pinned, and they gave it to Finn Balor.
Well, he's
I
a
mean, I understand
veteran.
that. I understand.
He has to lose anyway sometime.
Anyways, here we go. Moving on. Asuka held her
Never seen
undefeated streak
nothing.
for a year and a half. Asuka was undefeated, so he didn't have to lose, not to Finn. I'd rather him lose to Finn than to Dom, so I'm gonna take that.
They had to plant the seeds for the triple threat that they're gonna do at Mania for the
Yep.
Intercontinental. That's why.
How many triple threat matches we gonna have?
A good
They trying
amount,
to
it
fill that
looks
card
like.
out, baby.
Damn.
Looks like we're gonna have a lot more than what we expect.
This show better be 16 hours. That's all I'm gonna say. How many matches on this card?
Long as shit. Match gonna be long as fuck. And then we get to the back, and Finn's like, "Oh yeah, I beat him." Da 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 da. And then he walk off going to talk to Adam about getting the IC title match. And Liv goes, "Did you hear that?" He said he beat him, not you. He's taking this for himself. Bitch, girl, shut the fuck up.
I ain't never met a woman in my life that I want to hit in the throat as much as I want to hit Liv Morgan in the throat. Like, Finn already been on this losing streak. He feeling down about his stuff. Let him take this. Dom ain't tripping over it. Why are you?
Dom ain't really had no matches to be tripping about shit.
Worry,
be honest.
like you said, worry about defending them titles you get.
Right,
So Jay come and kick your fucking head off your show.
right. I'm just so annoyed by that shit. That shit done pissed me off. And then she goes, "I'm gonna talk to Adam after he gets done talking to you." So it might be a fatal 4-way.
Cause Liv gonna be in the mess too.
No, Liv gonna put. Well, it's gonna be a 5-way or something. I don't even know if that's. I don't even know if that's a match.
Liv gonna go in
They
there and be
do.
like, "Forget Finn and Dom. I want to shot at the IC title."
He gonna be like, "Bitch, you got your own." Over there, talk to Lyra. Braun gonna flatten her ass. Then we pull it. We have maybe it's Maybelline out here, Mr. AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
He coming out, hair blowing in the wind. I feel like we haven't seen. Where's AJ been at? I don't know. They're hype. Basically like, bring your ass out here. I'm tired of waiting for you. Let's go. Logan's music hits, and I feel bad for him. Still, I feel bad for him in the sense of not that I feel bad for him in oh, this sucks. It feels bad. Like you go from millions of followers on YouTube to the WWE and they do not fuck with you. You know? And I still think he thought that it would cross over, and it does not. Them fans don't give a fuck about you where you're screaming. I have no clue what this man said in his promo. I just know I kept getting called broke. I got called broke 45 times in his promo. I know that much. Get
How
broke.
you know it's in my bank account?
Everybody's broke. That's all I kept hearing. Okay. We broke, but we paid tickets to be here, bro. Okay. That's fine. Pop off, sister. Um, they end up scuffling after that, and then he was able to get the leg up on AJ. So apparently there was a douchebag chant that was going on while he was talking, and he was a little upset. The main event for the night was Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the women's world champion. Bianca was the special guest referee. As I called last week, I said my girl was gonna she gonna craft her own little outfit. I knew she was gonna do it. Why did Michael Cole say this? Wade Barrett, come to the front, bitch. I just want to talk. I'm gonna punch in your fucking throat, bitch. How is it? All Michael Cole was saying, she did spent Saturday making this top for her for this match. And Wade Barrett goes, well, she should have spent that time learning how to be a referee. You should have spent your time learning how to fight without
Bitch, did
having.
you not see her on TikTok and suggesting Asia how to do these stuff?
You should learn. How about you go talk to good old JR and Michael Cole and learn how to be a commentator, bitch? How about you do that? You've been on commentary for a year and a half and you still can't fucking commentate. You still can't say people's name fucking right, you dumb bitch. How about that? And then so Bianca, I'ma say for a special guest referee, Bianca called that shit right down the fucking middle, in my
Yeah, she was
opinion.
very fair.
She was a very fair ref. Called it when she needed to call. Broke them up when they need to be broken up. Rhea, you kicked this bitch in the face. How are you mad at her that you kicked her in the face and she fell out of the ring? Any other ref would have been down for the count too. You're mad at the wrong fucking person. Also, Wade Barrett still over here popping shit, and Michael Cole and Pat in his ass. Bitch, no, you dick riding. Basically what Pat was saying is this bitch out here dick riding. Because how you mad at them? How you mad at Bianca for calling what she calling when she calling it down the middle? And then when Rhea hauled off and hit her in the face, first off, you broke my bitch chain and threw her chain in her. I'd have beat your ass too, bitch. So Bianca did what she needed to do. She called it off, which would have happened with any other referee. It still would have happened. But y'all mad? Okay, Rhea. I'm sorry. This is my thing, Adam. She don't. If y'all gonna make it a triple threat, she don't deserve it. I don't think she deserves a title shot because you ruined your own title shot. That's just me being honest. If it was somebody else that did it, y'all would be saying the same thing. It's only because it's Rhea that everybody wanted to be Rhea. I'm a
Yeah, I don't
diehard Rhea
understand
fan.
why she's part of that match. Like, the match was perfect with Bianca and Io. Even if you would have just left it at Rhea and Bianca, like those are two separate matches we want to see. It's the theme for WrestleMania triple threat.
I'm guessing somebody need to jump in. Nia got to come out of nowhere and join this other
Cause
match for the women.
golly,
We already know Cody and John gonna be a triple threat because here come fucking Travis, whatever his Scott, and or it's gonna be a 4-way because here come the final
Travis
boss.
need to be at home with Kylie. I ain't got time for that.
Stormy, come get your daddy. But no, I just don't understand how you're so upset and now you're hitting riptides on everybody. My girl took 2 riptides. She sold that last one off the top rope. Good job, Bianca. I'm proud of you. But I'm a diehard Rhea fan. But I calling a spade a spade. If it was somebody else in this situation, y'all would be saying the same thing that they don't deserve the title shot as much. Same thing y'all would have been, if it was somebody else. I don't think it's fair that she would get it. She gonna talk her way into it. Bianca cheated me last week. She didn't cheat you. You cheated your fucking self. You hit the referee, and as you should, you got DQ. As you should have. That's just my personal opinion. And that's pretty much everything that happened on Raw. I went off with Rhea standing tall over the both of them. There was one Rhea headbutted Liv. Don't bitch is not even included in this. Rhea headbutted Rhea. Oh my fucking god, I'm having a stroke. Rhea headbutted Io while she was jumping out of the air. I was
Oh yeah,
like,
that
damn,
shit was
Shawty.
crazy.
I was like, goodness gracious. But um, I thought the match was good. It ended without anybody getting, anybody getting pinned, so it still made everybody look big in the match except Rhea looked gigantic because she hit riptides on everybody. But that's pretty much how Raw went on. I'm gonna give it 4 flames. I think I'll be sticking at
I'm
4.
gonna give Raw 4 flames as well. It was a pretty decent show this week.
Agreed.
Okay, we're gonna head right over into NXT.
All right, y'all. NXT started off with a bang. So we had our double champ Stephanie Valkyrie come out and basically relinquish the NXT North Americans Championship. She's not injured or anything. She just feels like she's hogging the belts pretty much, and she wants to give everybody a chance to compete for a championship gold, which I think was a pretty nice thing of her to do. Of course, the fans was not feeling that shit, but I mean, I think she did the right thing. That way, she's not, like she said, she's not hogging all the belts. So she did say she came up with this idea with Ava after last week's matches that she had. So what they're going to do a ladder match for the belt. I think it's a 6 women's ladder match for the title at Stand and Deliver. Um, Jordan came out, um, and basically was like, I think she wants to go for the NXT North America. She wants to go back for the NXT Championship. Um, After that, Jada Parker came out. They started tussling. Jordan picked up a security guard and threw that man out the ring like he was a piece of paper. Um, yeah. So after that whole segment, Trick cut a little promo, basically calling out Oba, talking trash to him, telling him, "Hey, I need to see you in this ring later on tonight. Make sure you bring my title, cause yeah." Um,
Can we back up for a second?
Next, yes,
Why didn't they just have her drop the title last week?
I don't know.
I think vacating the title because I don't want to take the time away from the other girls. It's stupider than just dropping the belt. You could have got. I don't know which one she dropped, but whichever one you could have gave it to the person. Was that the one
I
Fallon was
think
going after?
that's the one Fallon was going after, but I
Okay.
think they didn't want her to take that L. So
It's still an L because you just said I don't want to. Basically, you said I don't want to do this no more. That's what I got out of it. But that's just me.
I
But
don't
okay.
know. Um, First qualifying match of the night was Zarya versus Lash Legend. Now these is 2 big girls slamming each other around in the ring. I don't feel like Zarya should have won this match.
Thank
Quite
you.
frankly, I feel like this should have went to Lash. But I think this is because Lash and Jakara are going after the TNA knockout tag team belts over there because they just had a match with TNA over the week. Let me see who they went against. They had a match against Spitfire. Spitfire used to be the previous TNA knockouts tag team champions. So they end up winning that match over there. Because I think they're in the running for their tag team belts over there. So I could only assume that's why she didn't win this match. I would love to see the belt on Lash. They're also talking about Lash and Jakara being called up to the main roster after WrestleMania. So fingers crossed. Um Lash Lash put Zarya in a torture rack submission at some point in the match. And then Zarya ended up finishing it off, hitting that spear and winning that match. Zarya also fucked up on her kip up. But Vic was like trying to cover for her. and stuff. But we seen you mess that up.
Right. We saw you. You can't do that kip up. You ain't Shawn Michaels.
So, we've cut to a little clipping of the D'Angelo family. You know, they sitting at the tables with the folders. They pretty much giving you a rundown of the members of Dark State. For the people who don't know how to open Google and look this up, if you don't know who these people are and you ain't Googled it in the last how long they been here, D'Angelo family got you. They basically, you know, told us who was who, what they was doing before they joined the team and everything. So, yeah. Once again, Tony asked Stacks, "Can I trust you?" And Stacks was kind of hesitant. He was like, "Yeah, you could trust me."
Mm-mm.
Dun dun dun. So we'll see what happens with it. I feel like Stacks gonna be like, "I'm tired of being on a losing team. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you and be on my way." And
Yeah.
then we get to my boys, Hanky Tanky. To my boys, Hanky Tank. I think Hank and Tank are playing this I need a mentor role. So we got all these different tag teams coming to mentor them. This week it was pretty deadly. Um, they, you know, gave them some advice, and then they go into a match with No Quarter Catch Crews, Tavon Heights, and Miles Bourne. Hanky Tanky, is it the shorts?
Something. It's
Y'all need to change y'all
something.
gear or something. Cause y'all losing every week, baby. What's going on? I like y'all. Get it together.
I'm gonna need for you to get a new group best friend because they ain't doing it.
You know I love it. I love Hanky Tank.
Hank and Tank need
I'm gonna get a
to get it
t-shirt.
together.
I love Hanky Tank. That's what it's gonna say. Maybe that's what
Okay.
they need.
They need a fan.
Yeah, they need. I got y'all Hanky Tank.
They need something.
Um, I don't know. Maybe this just maybe they setting something up for Stand and Deliver. And
Maybe wrestling is just not for them. Baby,
I
just a thought.
digress.
Just a thought.
So we got Trick out here in this ring, cutting this promo. He'd call Over out again. Instead of Over coming out, Javante came out, baby.
Not Javante.
Hey, Javante. I know I was just talking about Hank take Javante, but look, yeah, you know. Basically, Javon and Trick want the same thing. They want to be number one contender for this title. Um,
Duke it out.
they're gonna have to fight it out. Trick made a statement that he said that carrying the title and defending it are two different things. He's one of one. Um, Javon asked Trick, you don't know who the hell you is, do you? He said, you ain't Trick Williams. You Carmelo Hayes. Oh,
Not the shade to Carmelo.
not you being compared to your old tag team party. Shout out to Carmelo. Um, Oba finally comes out. And then Javon is like, yo, I want to challenge you. Um, they arguing back and forth. Ava come out and was like, you know what? Y'all want to fight each other? Triple threat. Stand and deliver. Every pay-per-view is gonna have 15 triple threat matches on it. So
Racist.
so now it is officially Javon Evans versus Oba Femi versus Trick Williams. It's Stand and Deliver for the NXT Championship. And I'm here for it. I'm sad. In my seat. Um I look, Sean Levante, don't mess this match up. You make sense.
We already know
At this
somebody.
point, I don't care who win, because I want all three of them to have the belt. If they could cut the belt into three pieces and take it with them, I could have
You
that.
get this strap. You get that strap. I get the middle.
But yeah, that match is set. But then you here come Dark State coming at the crowd, and they immediately get to work taking out Javon and Oba, but they kind of hesitant when it come to Trick. So remember when Retribution was the thing, and Mufasa ended up turning out to be the leader. I called him Mufasa.
Mustafa.
Mustafa, thank you. Sorry. Mustafa Ali was the leader of them. I feel like this is what they trying to do with Dark State. Trick gonna be the leader of Dark State, and I'm here for it with them leather pants on.
I mean, they was sitting. They was waiting a little bit before they attacked.
Yeah, like, should we attack you?
Did you look at Ava when the camera playing back to her? Did you look at Ava?
I
Ava
didn't
was
see
like, yeah.
April.
She was not. She was still standing on the ramp. They panned the camera back over her. She was like, yeah. When Dark State was in there beating up. So I'm like, Ava, did you set this up?
Did you plant these? Did you set these people out?
Go back and look at it. Watch Ava.
Not
Ava was
you.
like, she was sitting. First off, Ava, like the little jean jumpsuit, it was fine.
That would be
But
cute.
I was like, Ava, what you over here smiling for and nodding your head? I was like, okay, Ava, I'm gonna keep an eye on you, shawty.
It's Ava being the side boss to the final boss.
She learned it from somebody.
So we had another ladder match qualifier, which was Kalani Jordan versus Roxanne Perez. This was a very good back and forth.
Forgot all about Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne had to take a little break. She was tired. She had to go home, sit down. But this was a very good back and forth match too. Surprisingly, I ain't saying it like that, but surprisingly, Kalani picked up the win. So I thought they was gonna give it to Roxanne, but they saying Roxanne is getting called up after WrestleMania as well. So I guess it wouldn't make no sense for her to go after the belt.
Kalani went in the camera said two times. She said, "Bitch, that's gonna be mine."
Yes. And then we roll right on into the main event, which was Ricky Saints versus Shawn Spears for the NXT North American Championship. Mr. Pretty Ricky, congratulations.
Ricky. Ricky.
Shawn came out with the Cullen. He came out with his little group. Of course, Izzy all up in the mix from the jump, trying to throw the belt, make him, and he hit Ricky with that belt, but Ricky was going for it. I like
She
this match.
She was over there sad in the corner. That shit didn't work.
Yes, distraught because you did this. You caused this, Izzy. You and your folks, y'all should stay in the bed.
Right.
Now, Ricky won this match. He is the new NXT North American Championship, as he should be. They gave it to him kind of quick, but it's Ricky. It's Ricky. That's all I'm gonna say. Here come Ethan Page, bobblehead ass.
Thought it was just me. Told you I don't like him either.
Ethan, like, I understand you got beef with Ricky from AEW, but that's AEW. If you was beefing at their wedding, you should have been beefing at their wedding. Because if Ricky can't go to Bella No Chase, where the hell can he go?
Right.
I think,
why can I see your calves in your pants? Why is your pants that high? You got on flutters. No. I don't like when men wear shoes without socks. I know the inside of them fucking shoes steamy.
he got dressed.
Why you ain't got no socks on? You got on some no-shows.
They're trying to set up for Ethan and Ricky and Stand to deliver. How they finna set that up in 2 weeks? I mean, they got previous beef, so they could do it. But Ethan, while you over here worried about Ricky, you need to be worried about that TNA Championship match you got against Joe Hendry and whoever that other young man is. Hold on, let me pull up my notes.
Joe Hendry.
Who you going against? Where is he? I lost my notes, but he got a TNA Championship match. Against Joe Hendry, and it's another person in that match. I'm trying to find it real quick. I had it in my notes and I lost it, so I had to Google it. Frankie Kazarian, he's a TNA wrestler. I don't know who this young man is, but Ethan Page, while you over here worried about Pretty Ricky and his title reign, you need to be trying to get your own.
Ricky, just show up for his shit. That's all you gotta do. You want to come
just
get me? You didn't even let me.
TNA and knock his ass out real quick and let Joe.
You didn't even let me really celebrate, and here you go. I got you, boo boo. Mm-mm.
But that was all for the TNA. That was all for NXT this week. Um, to give y'all a 3 this week.
I'm gonna have to
NXT.
agree. Hmm.
I give him a
Sean.
2. They shouldn't have gave Vicky that title so fast. That should have been a DQ match, and then they could have moved it to Stand and Deliver, and then change hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it a 3 simply because I don't like how one, stop doing my girl Lash like this. Two, I don't like how Stephanie dropped that belt or vacated that belt, whatever, however you want to call it.
I don't know. I think technically they didn't want her to take that loss on her record. Quote, quote,
You
quote.
could have had it end in a like where she got cheated out the wing, you know, something. I don't know. 'Cause then that will result
I don't
with
know.
her
I'm
trying to
giving
go get it
NXT
back.
a 3 this week. Sean, you better get that shit together before Stand and Deliver. So I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, and we're gonna
Take it
roll
away,
right.
SmackDown.
We're gonna roll right into SmackDown.
CM Punk comes out and he kicks things off, starts mocking The Rock and calling out Heyman. Heyman comes out, begs him to ask him the favor, but he said he won't say anything till Roman comes. Then we get to Ray Phoenix debut, and he debuted against
Mhm.
Nathan Frazer, which was a good debut, a good wrestler. The debut against, in my opinion, they had a lot of good spots. And after that, he got on the mic, talked about how emotional this was for him and how much it means for him to be in the company. But like they have Ray Phoenix and what's his name? Oh shit. I just lost his name. The one who's on Monday.
Into
Penta?
Penta. Yeah, they're all their shit looks way too similar.
Mm.
Like they need to break it off and do something different for one or the other.
I just want to
Then
point out what's up.
Berto was in the back saying that he don't think that Phoenix was that special. So Santos told him to go against him next week. I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
I just said I wanted to throw something in there real quick. Um, I know next week is gonna be something between Nathan and Axiom, because remember he was on Axiom
Oh
about losing
yeah.
to Gunther, so now he needs to be why you couldn't beat that luchador. Luchador's supposed to
And
see your butt, bitch. Why you can win?
they were kind of beefing backstage last night. I mean, not last night, at NXT. Because Axiom was like, we're a great tag team. I just wish you were a better friend.
Well, here we go. Throw that shit in his face. Remember, you was on my ass about losing to Gunther. You just lost to my cousin. So, what's cousin in Spanish? You lost to my
Primo.
primo. There you go. Okay, that's all I want to say.
And we had Drew talking about how Damien's a leech and that every bad thing has to do with him. And then
Huh?
yep, Damien, Drew blamed Damien for everything that's ever bad happened to him.
Okay,
But so you
because
gotta put a
when
confused face on one of these slides. Cause that's how we all look
because
right now.
how is it my fault you lost your title? That's not my fault. You the one was in CM Punk face. I had money in the bank. You mad at me? Okay.
Then after that, we had Braun and LA getting into it with Jacob and Tamatanga in the back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Then after that, we had Heyman say that he promised to say yes to whatever the favor was that CM Punk asked.
No, why the fuck would you
Now
say
what if
some
that
dumb
man asked you to
shit
give
like
him
that?
your balls?
What if he asked you to suck his dick on
What if
You
he
gotta
TV?
asked
say
you to
yes.
shave? What if he asked you to shave off the rest of their hair?
What if he asked you to take you in the ass? See, you
Mhm.
don't ever say yes to
Oh
anything in
my
this
god,
life.
y'all wildin'.
That's why you don't ever say yes to anything in this life. So then Seth pulls up and he's having a blast about all this. Just laughing and giggling about this shit.
Seth is petty, man.
Step back, that's awesome.
Then we had another vignette about Alistair Black. Now we get to Charlotte and Tiff. Jesus
So
flipping
I
Christ.
missed half this promo, but I just want to hear you talk about it because I heard some shade was thrown.
Oh
They
yes.
went they went off script with a lot of this, with the way they were talking, and Chicago booed the fuck out of Charlotte. And Charlotte, baby, what the fuck were you wearing, honey? Like, I
They
don't
had
know
on the
who
same
dressed
outfit.
you,
They had on the same outfit.
but Tiffany liked it better. But anyways, um,
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
cause Charlotte necklace looked like a neck brace. I thought that was a neck brace
I
until I
thought it
looked at
was
pictures
too. I
and
was
I
like,
was
what the f
like,
am I looking at here?
that necklace was big.
So Tiff started running Charlotte down, telling her that she can never get over with the fans. And Charlotte's getting booed. Like, she's not saying that much. And then she said, no matter what ever happens, no matter how many accolades you win, you'll always be second to your dad. Which is not an insult, in my opinion, because her dad is like one of
Okay.
the best wrestlers in the like ever spoken about. Like, you go back to when he was part of National Wrestling Alliance, and you go back to that time in the '70s when he ruled wrestling with an iron fist. Like, he has so many accolades. So to me, that's not a put down. That's kind of a compliment, in my opinion.
You telling me that I'm always gonna be second to the greatest wrestler in the company ever? Okay, bitch. Like, and where are you? I am a 15-time champion, bitch. 15, and you're at one? Bitch, you're not on the same page as me. I'm dead. I'm a Grand Slam champ. What are you? Your first title defense and your first title run in on the main roster. Okay, shorty.
And then at the end of this, whew, Tiff said, Mockton said, listen, you may be 4-3 at Mania, but you're 0-3 in marriage. And then when
Uh-huh.
Tiff
And
was
Not after that girl just went on the talk show and was getting emotional crying on this lady couch about it.
And then Charlotte yelled, that's why Ludwig is in my DMs. And they have never mentioned that Ludwig and Tiff are dating or are together. So that's kind of crazy. And I'm going to tell you
Louis,
this
you gotta
right
open them
now.
DMs now.
I'm going to tell you this now as a person who's been married twice and just as a person in general who's been in relationships. If you start talking about my lady, that's what fist gets thrown right there. You start taking it to a certain limit, you better be ready to actually throw. You better be actually
Charlotte,
ready
get
to
that bitch
throw
ass.
knuckles in the back when we get to the
Y'all
back
know.
of gorilla position. You better be
No,
ready to
smack the
square
fuck
up
out of
with
her.
me, huh?
I just smack the fuck out of her. You know what'd be funny if he was actually in her DMs, bitch.
Damn.
That's why I
I don't
said,
want your
Louis,
man. He in my
you better go on
DMs.
Camaro and unlock their phone.
Let me see. Show me the phone. You know she got to the back. Let me see your phone.
It's
I
Tiff
just
time
want to
now,
see your
bitch.
phone.
Show
I
me that.
just want to see your phone. That's what she was saying. Charlotte done got that girl in the uproar. Her feelings hurt.
Mm. Then we have Motor City Machine Gun beating DIY. We had Pretty Deadly with Mello and Miz in the parking lot going at each other. And then we got to this good point right here. Naomi and B-Fab. But even before the match started, Jade came out and attacked her. Naomi still got the win, and then Jade came and attacked her again. And then Aldis was like, listen, we're going to fucking do this at Mania. So they officially have their match at Mania.
I do want to point out that I ain't fucking with Naomi. Her little finisher that she hit on B-Fab was nice. A new finisher she just pulled out. That's all you're gonna get from me. But why the fuck? Why the fuck is security so high on fucking on SmackDown, but y'all couldn't run out here and help? Y'all can come help Naomi, but not her husband. 'Cause he was getting fucked up on Monday. But y'all come help her.
They,
Jay, next time you gotta hit that Jada quick as fuck. Jay was kicking the fuck out of them security guards.
It
yeah.
was.
Then after that, we had Damien calling Drew an attention junkie and how he's been obsessed that everything is his fault. So those two,
It was a bit dramatic.
I don't like the word junkie being thrown around like that, but it was a good promo.
Eh.
And then we had Aldis come back out again. Aldis made a lot of appearances on this SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
talking about the dangers of wrestling and how, wrestling can take time off of you and like injuries and shit like that, which is true. Wrestling is not a game of hopscotch. It ain't fun. It ain't all rainbows and butterflies. You do get
Don't
injured
try
and
this
stuff.
shit at home.
So then KO talk came out talking about his neck issues and how he's gonna need surgery and how this may jeopardize his wrestling career. And he apologized to the fans and the Randy not being able to wrestle at Mania. KO, I know we all had our differences here, but you are an amazing wrestler. Seriously underrated when you were the Universal Champ. Most underrated reign out of all of them. You were an awesome champ. I like you, bro. Hope you get better soon. Hope your next surgery works out well for you, bro, and you can come back at your fullest capacity. But
Cause what was this at when this motherfucker was out here trying to break other people's neck? Cause he killed Sammy. I ain't seen Sammy since fucking what was that? Elimination Chamber. Sammy being
yeah,
somewhere.
it was the month of Ramadan. That's why he didn't show up because he knew he
Sammy,
wasn't
you
going to
ain't
be
seen.
able to pass
I ain't seen
properly.
Sammy. He killed Sammy. That's all. Until I see Sammy, Sammy did. So how many people he done dropped on they fucking neck?
Too.
So you know
And
how I feel about it.
to that fuck ass fan in the crowd that told Kevin he need to lose some weight while he gone. I hope you roll
That's
your
fucked
ankle
up.
getting out the bed.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
That's fucked up.
But then
For
Aldis said
Kevin,
that
for Kevin to be his size, Kevin is a good wrestler for him to be the size he is. He be out here moving with the smaller dudes, even though he is the size that he is.
a lot of the big people could do that. Like Bader was able to do that. The War Raiders, they're really good at that.
Fucking Eric, I mean, what's that? Ivar? Ivar be fucking moving,
He's a
bro.
big boy, but he can move like a cruiserweight. Vader was the same way. Vader was a big boy, and he was able to move like a fucking cruiserweight, like nothing happened. So, like, a lot of these guys could do it. Weight shouldn't matter, in my opinion. But
I agree, but
then,
like, don't bring it up like that. Don't bring up somebody weight over some shit like this.
and then Aldis said that the match was canceled, and then he got RKO'd by Randy.
Now it's gonna be Nick and Randy.
I don't think Nick can wrestle anymore. I think his injuries finally caught up to him.
Oh, we need a match for
Mickey
Randy.
James gonna be back there rubbing his neck. He's like, you can do it.
We need a match for Randy.
He'll come up. We still have a couple more weeks. Then Jacob beat Braun Strowman in a last man standing match to become the number one contender for the US title. I
I gotta
kind of
make me a
figured that was
shice.
going to happen. They keep moving Jacob to be like really an unstoppable beast. So
Hmm.
I could see Jacob winning the US title at Mania and then him and Solo beefing afterwards.
Yeah, because I know Jacob gonna be. Did you get to Tom Tonga match yet?
Oh, I
I don't
skipped
think
it.
so.
I'm so sorry. I skipped it. Go ahead.
But like, I know Jacob gonna be a little upset because he interfered in that Tama Tonga and LA match and got made Tama lose because of it. He don't play when it come down to Tama. He
Mm-hmm.
already told Solo it's gonna be me and Tama, and this right here is gonna push it to the bitch.
So
I told you it was me and Tama.
Solo interfered in that match, right?
Right? Yes.
Okay.
He tried to hit LA and then didn't hit LA. LA ducked and knocked him out of the ring. Tama tried to get a roll up, but he was able to get out, and then he got hit with the what's BF? What is it? Whatever his finisher is,
Blunt force
but
trauma.
for his trauma, BFT. I'm like, what? I know it's BF something. Hit him with a BFT to pick up the win. So
Hate
had
that
Solo
finishing
not
move.
interfered, Tama would have had it. So he gonna be
Mm.
why you out here interfering in matches and making him lose. But Solo, that burgundy suede suit, I fucks with it. It was nice.
Solo always looks nice in burgundy.
I love burgundy on pretty much anybody. I love burgundy is a color for a lot of people. If you don't think you can wear red, put on some burgundy and it's gonna look great on you. I can't wait for the fallout between Solo and Jacob. That's gonna be fucking nuts.
Jacob gonna break Solo neck.
That's gonna be two meaty men right there.
Mm-hmm.
Solo gonna kill that man. I mean not Solo, but Jacob gonna kill that man.
Then Roman comes out and he called out CM Punk. You know, CM Punk got a lot of love because he's in there. We're in Chi Town. Then Seth comes out
My boring town.
screaming, screaming, "It was all your fault. This is all your fault." Then CM Punk comes out and he talks about his time with Heyman and how Heyman always put faith in him. How like when he was in OVW, he should have he was supposed to be fired, but Heyman refused to fire him because he had so much faith in him. So out of all this shit about the favor, about the favor, about the favor, this was the most anticlimactic way that they could fucking do this, in my opinion. So anticlimactic. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? Punk said Heyman will be in his corner at Mania. Roman was like, that's no problem. Because even if he says it's okay, he'll never do it. Seth is laughing, cackling like a fucking hyena on the side
That
the
was the
whole
favor.
time.
I
Yep,
think
that's the
so.
favor.
He said he wasn't gonna tell him till Roman got out there.
Roman told Heyman to tell Punk he wasn't going to do it. Paul said that he can't do that. Then Punk hit Roman with the GTS. Then we got the stare down between Seth and Punk. And then Heyman crying on the side. And that's how SmackDown ended.
You telling me
I really
you could
hope
have got
that's not the favor.
you telling me you could have got a title match. You telling me you could have got this, you could have got that, and your favor was you being in my corner.
Well, I mean, okay. The
So are you finna
psychologist in
interfere?
me. This could play somewhat of a mental game with Roman if Paul is in Punk's corner. Because Roman, they could possibly throw Roman off. But make it make sense. Sorry. Make it make sense.
That's so
I just think
stupid.
it was very anticlimactic, but whatever, man. I don't
It
fucking
definitely
know.
was. I completely agree. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I give SmackDown a 3.5. It was
Now
really
look who give it.
good.
Look who
It was
giving halves this week.
no, I think I give it a 4 because the Charlotte Tiff thing was good. The only thing I
Yeah, I
didn't
gotta
like
go
was
back
the
and watch that.
anticlimactic. I just don't like the anticlimactic ending to the favorite thing. That's the only thing that I didn't like.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. I really hope that's not the favor. Also, Liv and Raquel are defending their tag team titles at WrestleMania.
Oh, look at
They're
them!
doing a gauntlet
Congratulations.
match to
Oh, I had
determine
that.
their
I
number one
forgot that shit.
contenders.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had that in my notes and I
they just
forgot.
flashed across my screen. So, but yeah, they're
Oh,
doing a gauntlet match on SmackDown. I think next week to determine the number one contenders for those belts. This will be the first defense of the women's tag team champions at WrestleMania since WrestleMania 38. You know, that was the one with Sasha and Naomi when they won the belts.
hmm
Jesus.
I didn't
we
know they were the
shall
first
see.
3-time champs either.
Who? Raquel,
Liv and
and
Raquel.
yeah, yeah. But the last time they got it was off of fluke, so I'm not even worried about it.
Okay, I thought they just had two because I don't remember a third time.
The third time is when Shayna turned on Ronda. Remember
Mm.
when she had that Christina Aguilera gear on? That's before she was this cunt
Oh.
that she is right now. Yeah, that's when I fucked with Liv. Then, as soon as she started transitioning out of that, absolutely fucking not.
Oh Lord.
She's the only one to get those 2 victories over Ronda at those two was that SummerSlams? No. Money in the Bank. She cashed in that same night she got the Money in the Bank the year before on her. And then the next year, yeah, it was definitely Money in the Bank, I believe. But I want to see what teams they gonna pull together for this gauntlet. So
They already announced the teams. I can pull it up
I thought a
while
gauntlet
Matt's
was
doing his history.
I thought a gauntlet was just like random. You never knew who was coming out.
These some random ass teams, I tell you that.
Oh, okay. For sure, for sure.
Wrestling history. History. History.
History.
History.
History.
History. Let's
On
go.
the 30th of March. I'm sorry, because we're transitioning from 1 month to the next. I got confused there for a second in my head. 2003 at Mania 19, Undertaker beat the A Train and Big Show in a handicap match. We had the ending of the trilogy of The Rock and Austin. Rock finally beat Austin in that match. Then we had the best match on the show was Lesnar beating Angle after trying and failing to do a fucking shooting stars.
Oh, I
Like what
forgot
the
about
fuck?
that.
Say
Oh my
what?
goodness. I forgot about that. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Now he was able to do that in OBW, but they said his foot slipped, and that's why he botched it and almost broke his freaking neck doing it.
Mm-mm. Don't do that shit no more.
On the 31st in 2008, at Raw after Mania, Ric Flair delivered his farewell address after losing to Michaels. It was a rare moment when face and heels were together, celebrating Flair, and at the end, Undertaker came out and paid homage to Flair also. On the first in
Mm-mm.
2001 at Mania 17, Edge and Christian beat the Dudleys and the Hardy Boys in that kick-ass TLC match.
That match is insane.
That match was the best match on the card. Then Shay
And
beat Vince in a street fight, and the storyline was that his mama was like mentally comatose, and she
mhm.
got up and kicked fucking Vince in the balls. Funniest thing in the world.
That same match, I mean, in that match, that's when Trish beat up Stephanie
Mm-hmm.
because Mick Foley was the special guest referee.
Yep.
Not Stephanie, Trish has a pair of shimmery boots on in that fucking match. And ever since I was a kid, I wanted those fucking boots that she had on in that match. But that's when Stephanie had that weird ass daddy's little girl on the back of her jumpsuit. That shit was fucking weird. Sorry, I
And
just had to
then
point out the weirdness between her and Vince.
and then Stone Cold beat The Rock for the WWF title, and he turned heel that night in his home state of fucking Texas. Not the
Mm,
smartest
mm, mm.
thing. Austin said that in another time he wished he would have called it off and not have did it. On the second in 2006 at Mania, RVD won the Money in the Bank. Edge beat Foley in an insane hardcore match. I mean, like lit tables, barbed wire, like everything. It was a crazy match with a lot of good spots. And Michaels beat Vince in a street fight. Everybody beats Vince in a street fight. Anytime they gotta fight Vince, it's always gotta be in a street fight. I don't know what's up with these people in street fights. You just can't have a regular match. You have to beat the bejesus out of each other.
Because in the street fight, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do to your ass.
And then on the third, 2005, at Mania 21, Edge won the first Money in the Bank match. Cena beat JBL for the WWE title. Batista beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. On the fourth, 2011 Raw, after Mania 27, Cena and Rock agreed on a match in a year's time for the next Mania. It's the first and only time that they have booked the main event in a year's time, which was insane to do. and really stupid booking, in my opinion. But and on the 5th in 2009 at Mania 25, Rey Mysterio beat JBL in 21 seconds for the IC champ title, and JBL quit after that match. Undertaker beat Michaels. Cena beat the Big Show and Edge for the World Heavyweight title. Now, happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy
What? What are
birthday
you about to
to
say?
you. I was gonna say I would quit too if I got beat in 21 seconds. I would be. I'm gone. No. But happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday, Michael
Happy
Thunder,
birthday to you.
the dad of Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt. If y'all don't know, Randy Orton, Lance Storm, my boo, Chelsea Green,
Ow.
and one of the best humans
Chelsea
on earth,
Green.
and one of the best humans on earth, DDP.
Excuse me, you forgetting something? It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. You better put me on this birthday list.
Not till it's your birthday.
Yup, I'm on every one. I told you this.
No, that's not fair.
And T is included on this birthday month, this birthday list. You're gonna see my face right next to Randy's.
And that's
Happy
everything.
birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday.
And that's everything on my part.
Were you able to see who's in the gauntlet?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So we have uh why I think Kaden is Kaden and Katana or Kaden Katana one person.
Caden and Katana are two different people. Yes.
Okay, Kaden and Katana.
Caden Carter, and Katana Chance. Just say really. Gotcha.
Kaden and Katana. Lyra and Bailey. Even though they finna go against each other for the IC title. Uh Shayna and Zoe.
Oh,
B
damn.
Fab and Meechin. Piper and Alba, the Secret Hervis.
Get the fuck
And
out of here.
Maxine Dupree
Please.
and Natalia.
They finna give it to Bailey. I'm calling it prediction. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bailey and Lyra. If not, I know they ain't gonna give it to him, but I'll take Maxine Dupree and Natalia. I love me some Maxine, y'all. Love that girl down.
Also, another fun fact about our this year's WrestleMania card: Naomi and Jade are the first women's match on the card that's not for a title in the last 19 years.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's cute. Snaps for them.
Y'all, I'm super excited about WrestleMania, y'all. So like WrestleMania Day night one is on my birthday, obviously. Birthday weekend. My birthday weekend finna be lit. I already know it. But I'm
Yes.
super excited about it. I'm super excited about Stand and Deliver. I'm super excited about night one, night two, the freaking slammies. All that stuff is happening. We have so much stuff to go over for WrestleMania weekend, and it's literally just 2 days of all this stuff that we have going on. And I'm super excited to be able to go over it and ride it out with the crew. HTR crew gonna be lit, having a great time watching it. So I'm super duper excited about that. I can't even say what I'm looking forward to the most because like I'm super excited about the whole weekend. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what is drawing me in just yet. I just know I'm drawn in. So
Hmm.
I know that weekend. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me nothing. Y'all can send me text, tell me happy birthday. I appreciate it. But focused.
And for the people who just now watching wrestling, I know y'all think I be joking when I say this, honestly. Don't ask me no questions about no storylines that weekend. You better pop on a YouTube video. You better pull up Peacock, Netflix. Get your summaries in, because I'm not answering no extra questions other than what's going on the screen.
Right.
Bloodline storyline, 4 hours long. Pull it up on YouTube. WWE got a whole playlist.
Can't tell you how many matches Jacob and fucking Ronda had at this point. I don't know.
But yeah, that
But,
weekend it's gonna be super duper fun. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Like I got butterflies in my stomach. Like I'm gonna
oh,
be there or something.
we also have Hall of Fame. I forgot about that. So we're gonna have
Yes.
probably next week. We're gonna have to go over the Slammies. We need to go over the Hall of Fame stuff, just so we can have that one. So we can get that one. So because we didn't do a two-parter last week, and I don't think we're gonna do one
Mm-hmm.
this week. So we're gonna save that for that, and then we'll go over all the extra stuff. So, 'cause y'all make sure if y'all want to vote for the Slammies, y'all go to WWE website. Y'all can vote for the
If it's
Slammies.
still up, I think they take them down after a certain time. But if they're still up, you can vote.
Yeah, go vote for your all the things that are you know being voted, which is kind of dope. I love that the fans get to vote for this stuff. So y'all go do that. I'm glad they brought the Slammies back. But I don't have anything else. You got anything else?
Nope.
I did not.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hot Tag Report. Y'all know we post every Monday. And then we throw another video sprinkle through the week. Um, y'all come hang out with us, come chat, come leave a comment. We comment back. We be over there, vibing. Y'all come vibe with us. And we will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.